Welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast for Top Gun Sales Bootcamp Training. Whoa, baby cakes. I'm telling you, this is smoking. Like, it is absolutely holy cow. I mean, I've been part of some training and mentoring and programs and stuff like this, but I have never been part of anything like this. This is absolutely crazy. Just absolutely crazy. All right, let's dive in, finishing up week 6 here. So this is awesome. Nora, what you got?
I had 16% yesterday.
Nice. Why is that so exciting, everyone?
Reminds her that she's not special.
Interesting. Sassiness going on today. I don't know why. I mean, she still has some room to grow, and the system has some room to grow. And so when you're frustrated, there's 3 elements to frustration. What are the 3 elements?
How hard you work, how much you carry your expectations of yourself, then system, then others.
Oh, like Luke's got that bad boy down. Way to go, buddy. Now, when you internalize that, what's the magic behind that?
Don't know. It actually works or it actually
But why does it work? What's the ingredients that it works? Like when you have this really cool soup that just tastes the greatest thing. What are the ingredients that go into the soup that make it so good? I know
don't know.
you guys are thinking like, who's the guy that or the gal, who's the person that created that discovered that invented that saw it, that whatever. It's like, right, the guy's a crazy or gal is a crazy genius. So frustration is pain, it's emotional pain. Normally what people do is when they get frustrated, they work less, care less, and lower their expectation of everything. And in sales, they die. In business, as a business owner, they die. It's just a slow death. It's painful to see. So I saw this. I saw this when I was, building 100% straight commission sales force from 4 straight commission people to 28, I think it was, over a 4-year period of time. And I saw this and I'm like, ooh, this is painful to see somebody have a slow death. So the first thing we want to do is take ownership. That's the first thing we want to do is take ownership. So frustration with ourselves. So that's us, because that gives us ownership. That gives us control. When we take ownership of something, we are taking control of our life, control of that situation. That's why the trip to San Antonio, that would be really cool. If you guys haven't done a business trip with me or a fun trip with me, you want to do it. I'm just telling you, like, it's unbelievable. The memories. So, one of the things that Kenny learned is everything's Mark's fault. Mark can take ownership for anything, everything and anything. He can take ownership for it all. Why? That's what gives him the confidence. Like, it's okay, fine. I mean, it's not good for the other people because you lose control. When we blame other people for anything, we give up control. And if you want to do that, you do that, but you're going to feel weak and, everything. You're going to become a victim. You just will. So first thing is when you get frustrated, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So immediately you switch your brain. You switch your brain from negative to positive because brains don't like negative things, but positive things. So it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You're going through, a turbulence. And so it's turbulence. It just is. It's part of flying. That's what happens. You're going to have turbulence. Things are going to get messy. And so it's a positive thing. We just have to turn it into a positive, like the Mach 1 principle. Like, I forget how many principles. I mean, wouldn't it be cool? Somebody or AI, I don't know, somebody should like document all the natural laws in every one of these things to cover, like, how long is it going to take to get through the 500 natural laws? And are you going to remember every natural law the first time and understand and break that bad boy down into the secret elements on why it's so successful? And so the first thing is taking ownership. Because that gives me confidence. Like when I got into sales, 23 years old, making $1 an hour, wife is 6 months pregnant, 3 months when I started, 6 months when I'm making $1 an hour. For you analytics out there, fact checking, like, is he really true? Like, anyways, so like this is crazy. So, and I did what they told me to do, and the system didn't work. I didn't whine about it and complain about it and B&M about it. I didn't do that. I just fixed the stupid thing. And then I took the marketing manager's job. Then I took the vice president. Nice guys, but you know what? They're gone because, that's not what the company needed. The company needed somebody like me. Other salespeople needed somebody like me. I wasn't a natural salesperson for sure. I had to figure this thing out. Like each of you have more natural sales ability than I have ever had. But it's good that I didn't have it, because then I had to learn it. I had to struggle through it. So the first thing is be frustrated with yourself. Are you using the systems the way you're supposed to be using? Like the Golf Pro principle. Like, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Second thing is, how much how much you work. So that's taking, how hard you work, and then how much you care. Sorry, I got that. So how hard you work. Are you working your tail off? Day, night? Are you absolutely exhausted? Like how hard you work. You have control over that situation. If you don't work hard, and I mean harder than you've ever worked, if you don't do that, you're going to be frustrated with other people. I was frustrated with myself and my own inability. So I'm taking ownership and working. So I need to work harder. I don't feel like working harder. Oh my goodness. And straight commission sales is easy. Wait until you start your own company and you're losing $35,000 a month. It's like, really? And you're working 100-hour plus a week. Like, this is boot camp, kids. Like, you have an experience. And I hope because you go through the boot camp, you will never experience what I had to experience. But I'm telling you, if you do, it'll make a man or a woman out of you. Like, it's crazy. So how hard you work, how much you care about what? Like, I had easier routes. I could have taken this route. I could have taken this route. I'd making $1 an hour. My wife is 6 months pregnant. I had 4 other job offers. I could have taken good job offers. Am I going to take the easy route out? Is that who I am? Is that the character of who I am? Like, do I care about my success? Do I care about my life vision? Or am I just lazy, addicted to lazy? I mean, that's a decision you have to make. Who am I? Like in Ford versus Ferrari assignment, you got to watch Ford versus Ferrari, because we're going to reference it probably 2, 3, 4, 5 times. There's so much in that movie. And the other movie, good one, next movie you ought to watch is The Founder. Oh my goodness. Talk about an entrepreneur. Talk about somebody who struggled. That's what you want to do. You want to look at these things and say, these things give us inspiration to become. So I'd rather die in the jungle than live in the zoo. So how much we work, how much we care about everything. Or do you just not care about anything? And then your level of expectation, again, first of yourself, then the systems. The next is the systems. So the systems, look at the systems. They had a system. It sucked, but did it. I found the things that worked and said, okay, I need to add on to it. It worked. It didn't work. I mean, the concept was a great concept. I could see the concept was great. The execution, how it was administered, it didn't. But I'm like, this is a great concept. How did I know that at 23? I don't know. Desperation does wild things to you. And then get frustrated, yourself, frustrated with others, and frustrated with, so expectations. Increase your expectations of yourself. Increase your expectations of systems. What systems? And then third, increase your expectation of other people, for crying out loud. Like Nora is just, like, she's struggling to do that. She has no problem being frustrated with herself. That comes naturally, and that's good. That'll serve her well. But what she does is she, in my opinion, she cuts other people a lot of slack. And she just takes on more weight herself. This is not good. She needs to learn to go ahead and be frustrated with other people. Other people need to step up. They need to step up and they need to do their jobs and they need to go ahead and understand. Nice. Anything else, Nora, you got?
You had said something about bringing up the dress and kids.
Okay, so dress. When I went to Bible college for 1 year right out of high school, my parents said, "Hey, we want you to go 1 year of Bible college." I said, "Okay, sounds like a good place to find a wife." So I did. Went to 1 year Bible college, paid for it myself with my own money, hard-earned money. And there you had to wear a suit every day, a suit and a tie every day to class. And so, I'm 18 years old and I have suits and ties. Every day I wore them. When I went ahead and went into the mortgage industry, I went ahead and wore a suit every day. I actually paid to have my white shirts, pressed or whatever they call them, paid it. Like I paid money to have them pressed. So I looked really good. So there's a book out there, I think it's Dress for Success. Really, really important. Now, because you all know me, what are you all thinking right now?
I don't think I've ever seen you dressed up.
Right. Ever. And
I'm not saying
don't
it.
be nice. Don't be nice. Go ahead.
Nope, not
Don't
doing
be
it.
don't be nice. Come on. Your drill instructor's asking you to go ahead. Come on. Like Mark. Okay, fine, I'll do it myself. Mark, you look like a homeless guy, an old homeless guy. Like, how do you, and you're in shorts in the middle of winter. Like, so how do you get away with that? Go ahead, Nora. How do I get away with it?
Does you have the brains?
So she thinks I have the brains. She thinks if you're as smart as Mark is, so they do wonder. They're like, hey, but what do I need? What do I need more than brains? I need to either go ahead and have a Maserati, $1 million car, drive up in $1 million car, and then I need to go ahead and have, I don't know, a $3 million house. Or like could take a chapter out of Duck Dynasty and I could be the father who's, an old beat up house or whatever it is. And, one of my sons, one of my people, one of the people, one of you could go ahead and have the Maserati and the super nice, the multi-million. I don't care really. I'd rather have you do it because then you're responsible. I can come over, swim in your pool, and I can go ahead and enjoy all the benefits without paying taxes or anything else. Like that's a better idea right there. And so this is one reason. So the whole world has dressed down. When you dress up, you look good. Man, that makes a statement. So I get dressed for success. Now, what's the caveat? What's the exception? What's the awareness that you all need to have on this?
I don't know, depending on who our clients were, they would like, yeah, no, you're too expensive or you're too.
You have to be careful about that. You have to be really, really careful. Really, really careful.
How does us being really young play into that?
In what? In looking good?
Like, yeah, would that give us more room on the
Oh
too
yeah, if you're
expensive.
dressed up. Now the thing is you got to be careful about who you're around. But if you're dressed up, if you're looking good, if you're dressed well, so there's a fine line in business, right? Because if you own your own company and they see you drive up in a super nice car or truck and you go ahead and have all this stuff, but so it depends on your audience. It depends on your audience for sure. For sure. Um, so, um, and what about the difference between men and women on how they dress? Okay, so I have 4 daughters. I'll just say it. So women, you want to dress tastefully. You want to be really, really careful on how you dress. Women will tend to go ahead and get away with dressing better than men, I think. And so if you're a woman and you dress really good, it's probably going to serve you well. But be really careful about what you and how you dress and how you carry yourself and what you emphasize in your dress, because it can be very distracting, especially in B2B sales, business to business sales. And then also if you got women involved, so you got to be really, really, really careful, because women are jealous and man, they will destroy you with their husbands or sons or whatever yeah. So especially husbands, very productive. Well, husbands and fathers, they're very protective of their husband and fathers. And so again, if you're comfortable doing it, I've kind of rebelled against it since my early years. So I did that for, I don't know, did it for a year of college, Bible college. Then I did it for 4 years, pretty much as a loan officer, dressed up every day. And so now I just don't want to do it. I just want to be in shorts. Like I just want to do it. And so if you have, like Nora, if you have a brain, or if you're maybe older and maybe you have knowledge, maybe you carry yourself in a way where you can get away with that. Like Sam Walton, his 3 kids, he's passed, I believe he passed all of his wealth on to his 3 kids. You combine the 3 kids' wealth, his 3 kids' wealth, and it's right up there, I think, with Elon Musk. I mean, it's Bill Gates. I mean, it's really, really high. He drove around in an old beat up station wagon. So again, there's context. Like I went ahead and had a really, really nice Pontiac Firebird. I mean, this thing was a sweet ride, beautiful car when I bought it. You know, when I went into the mortgage industry, it kind of was rusting out, didn't look so good. Plus, that wasn't the kind of image that I wanted. So what brand do you want? What do you want? What's your personal brand? So I would literally park my car 3 blocks away and walk to the places because I didn't want to be seen in that car. So cars have always been to me. I mean, I had that really nice car. Cars, I know, surprising to you guys, has never been like if I can make money on a car, then I'll go ahead and have a nice car. If I don't see the value of making money, I just don't do it. It's like, you know what? It's kind of now almost as a reverse. Like, are people wanting to be around me because of the money? Because if they are, I'm not really interested in that. I mean, if I can make money on them, I'm fine with that. Or if I can help them, I'm fine with that. But I don't want them close. People who love money, who value money more than others, I don't want them in part of my inner circle. I mean, if they're honest about it, then I guess, it's like there's no, as long, but the ones who, yeah. Anyways, as it relates to children, my children learned at a very young age that when dad's on the phone making phone calls, they're quiet. Even what's fascinating is even my grandchildren now, they don't live with me, but even them, when they come into the room and they see grandpa on the phone, they're like, shh, Even 2 years, seriously, 2 years old. The teenagers are far worse. Ben, goofball. Like when he was a little boy, he was really good and considerate. When he's a teenage boy, not nearly as much. So what you do, how do you teach your children to do that, to respect that, is they like food. Kids like food, especially boys. Like they like food. And they like toys and they like a place to live. Like they like these things. So what you do is mom has to work. And when you're noisy in the background, mom can't work, or it's going to look mom can't make sales. So you teach your children at a really young age, like you have to be quiet. Shh. Like if mom's on the phone, if mom's on Zoom, like you just. And so how do you involve your children? Like JoJo now, she's 8 years old. She's involved in grandpa's business. So my kids, I did get them involved, but they're trained at a very young age, like a very, very young age. This is dad's economic engine. Like this is how we eat. You respect dad's economic engine. Moms, you teach this, and you can teach them to be disciplined and quiet. And it's like, you take, especially boys, like girls will tend to be more considerate. Boys, they're not. So boys, you got to be rougher on. You might not give them a meal. Like you don't go ahead and you're loud when mom's on the phone. Like you're loud when mom's on Zoom. You do that. You don't get to eat tonight. You go without a meal. Now don't threaten that unless you're going to follow through with it. So it's crazy what kids are able to do and how they're able to process it. And if you can get them involved in making money, that is crazy. Like, and they respect you. Like Ginger Ann's kids, like JoJo. She's like, Grandpa, did mommy, when she was this age, did she go ahead and do business trips with you? She did, sweetheart. So you get them involved in your business. You have them start a business. And JoJo's starting to help Ginger Ann more around the house. Like once you get them working, get them addicted to working. They can get paid, they can earn some things, but quiet and discipline is really important. Do you take them out on sales appointments? It's I've had it both ways. I mean, I'll share more. I'll have a whole series. Like first time I had Jonathan speak, I was terrified. I was so afraid. I'm like, there's 200 people in the room. Like, really? Not the first professional time he did. Oh, it was fascinating. So we can go into that more. They can be great assets, and it's great for the kids. Becky, what you got?
Yesterday I was at 35%.
You go, girl. Best day ever, I think. Well done. Well done. Anything else you got?
No.
Kenny, what you got?
I think I had like 50% yesterday.
Nice. Anything else?
No.
Luke, what you got?
Yesterday I did 30%. Last night we were snowboarding, doing something fun, and and it's uncommon for me as Amish to see other Amish there, and I saw someone and I had him in my mouth to introduce myself and talk to him. I was like, no, I'm not going to bother him. And later I found out it's another business owner. It's the guy that I referred to Nora. Like, I missed an opportunity to talk with
Right.
him.
See, that's a wonderful gift. Look, normally you won't do that. You'll miss so many opportunities and you never learn that you missed them. That is a gift from heaven. And you never forget that. And so always have business cards everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you always have business cards. Always. I mean, always. You just always do, because there are always business opportunities that you can have, people that could work for you, people that know. So you mix everything together with business. It's all business. Everything's business. And it's okay. You're not working. You're impacting people's life. Like, it was the cutest thing. You guys ought to watch. JoJo's first podcast ever, 8 years old, first podcast ever. It was so cool to have Nora on. I am so thankful that she was on for the first podcast, because JoJo will never forget that. And Nora asked her, JoJo, why are you starting your own business? Cutest thing in the world. She says, because I want to help people. And we talked a little bit about that. And then I said, I thought you wanted to make money. She's like, oh yeah, that too. like wow. And JoJo can make you all a lot of money. A lot of money. That girl, she's got some sass. And now she's learning to go ahead and focus it into business and discipline it. And so she will inspire. Ginger Ann, when she was 11 years old, she and I went over to Russia together. And I'm telling you, so if you don't have children, borrow somebody else's children. Because they're good for business. But you got to train them, discipline them, help them to go ahead and see what's going on. It's really neat. Anybody else have anything else? Okay, so we did the first, so we have day one that's going to be up there. So what day we have day one, so we have 5 days, day one, day two, day three. And so that one's going to be up soon, I hope. And then we're going to have week one, and then we're going to have month 2, month 3, month 4, and then we'll maybe have quarter 1. So I would not be surprised if this was a 4-year program. So 250 podcasts a year, 4 years is going to, I'm guessing this will be over 1,000. Questions? So the questions you all should be having, that you all have, I'm sure, is, Mark, do you think that's enough? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. It depends how good students you are. So 4 years. So you're going to try to go ahead and condense 40 years of experience, Mark, in sales down into 4 years. That's what I'm going to try to do. Yeah, this is the most extensive. This will become legendary. You guys are part of a legend. You guys are part of something that will last to end times. I'm just saying. So Elaine and Nora are the ones that gave me confidence that it's like, you know what, if I can speak a person into existence, I can speak this into existence. Like, I'm serious. And there'll be people that aren't in sales that'll go through this. Anybody else have anything else? Okay, so we have, we're finishing up week 6. So we have week 7 and then week 8. So then we have the foundation in place. And so how like building a house, how you do all the, excavation work, and then you do the, the basement, the concrete, the foundation work, and like it doesn't look like it's going very fast. And then all of a sudden you go to framing, and all of a sudden like there was nothing, and then now there's something. That's how this is. What we've done is the foundation. We're doing the foundation now. And I can't wait until month 3. Like, it's like, but if we're going to get all this done, if we're going to squeeze 40 years of experience into 4 years, if we're going to condense that down in, and Kenny, do you know why this might be more important to you than anybody else on this, Kenny?
No, I don't.
Anybody know why this might be more important to Kenny than anybody else?
Because he may come in a position where his sales skills depend, or his life depends on his sales skills.
Luke, buddy, You connect the dots, my friend. You are growing fast. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes a standard for law enforcement. Your very life, not money, but your very life may depend on the ability to process things fast and sell and understand things in a way. And you're not going to get this in the academy. You just won't. So this is awesome. You guys are awesome. It's getting more exciting each and every day. Congratulations. Good work, everybody. Bye-bye.